Hello beauties, welcome back to my channel. This is Favorn Martha, and today I'm here to share with you some tips you may need when choosing the right foundation shade for your skin. So if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, and in case you're interested in the tutorial or in this video, just keep on watching. Let's get started. So before going on to buy the foundation, and before choosing the shade of foundation, that you should know about 5 things. And the first thing is the undertones. You should know your skin type, the type of foundation. You should know its coverage. You should know whether it's oxidizing or not. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is the undertones. You know that there are 3 undertones, and that's the warm, the cool, and the neutral. And the first way to find out your skin is undertone is to look on your veins. So when your veins turn green, that means you have a warm undertone. If your veins turn blue, that means you have a cool undertone. And if your veins turn both, that is the blue and green, that means that you have the neutral undertone. So before buying any foundation, first read through the description. That's when you know that whether this foundation is for warm undertones, cool undertones, or neutral undertones. And another way to find out the undertones is through the jewelry. So if your skin goes better with the gold jewelry, that means you have a warm undertone. It goes better with the silver jewelry, that means that you have a cool undertone. And if it goes better both, that's the gold and the silver, that means you have a neutral undertone. So before buying any foundation, you should look onto that. So let's go on the next thing, that's the skin type. So with the skin types, we have mainly 4. That's the dry, the oily, the and the combination of all. So with the dry, that's when your skin, you can see something dry. With the oily, that's when your skin is shiny. With the sensitive, that's when you apply something, your skin, you can get irritated. So the combination, that's when you have all those. And there is also what we call a normal skin. So with a normal skin, for rate it's normal. So they find out whether the skin is dry, whether it's oily, whether it's normal, whether it's a combination of all. It's sensitive is through. For normal skins, when you wash it, it will stay the way it is. And for this dry, for the dry one, when you wash it, it remains dry. For the oily, it will have oils again. So the next thing is to know the type of foundation. Is it matte? Is it hydrated? And I'm going to give you some tips on how you can use this as in a way of picking your shade of foundation. So with the dry, I would recommend you to use the hydrated foundations, and with the oily ones, you would use the matte, so that you can give you a matte finishing. The next thing you should know is the type of coverage. Is it medium coverage? Is it full? And you should know whether this foundation is of a light coverage, full coverage, or medium coverage. And if you would like to look natural, I would recommend you to go for light coverage. And if you would like to be the minimal, I would recommend you to go for the medium coverage. And if you like the dark circles, I would recommend you to go for foundation which is of a full coverage. So, and make sure that you don't choose a foundation which is oxidizing. That means that you should try it for some hours, like 2, in order to see whether it's oxidizing. Oxidizing, this is when the foundation turns orange after applying it for some time. You should try to minimize using such foundations. And also, for what I never talked about is about the sensitive skins. This is when, and for the sensitive skins, you should pick foundations which are known to high frequency. That's because by then it won't cause any effect on your skin. And yeah, all for today. Let me hope if it has been helpful, and if you have more tips, the right foundation, you can drop them in the comment section. And if you have found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And also let's get social. In case you have any questions, you can find me on Instagram, on Facebook. I use Favorn Matter. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and we shall meet in my next video. Bye bye.